Good afternoon, everyone. I appreciate you joining us here today. I'm Nathan Fletcher, Chair of the San Diego County Board of Supervisors. We're here to provide you an update on the Border 32 fire situation. Pleased to be joined today by my colleague, Supervisor Joel Anderson, whose district has been most impacted by this fire, along with Tony Meacham, CAL FIRE Chief, County Fire Chief, and Anthony Ray, our San Diego County Sheriff. All of our agencies are working with a tremendous sense of urgency and in great collaboration and coordination to tackle the fire that we see in front of us. Yesterday at 3 p.m., our Emergency Operations Center was activated at level 2 to respond, and a coordinated countywide effort has been battling this fire ever since throughout the night. As it stands today, we have 4,438 acres that are presently burning. Fire is about 5% contained. There's been a number of structures that are confirmed destroyed: 3 houses, 3 outbuildings, 2 sheds, 2 RVs, 3 barns, and 1 commercial facility. I stand corrected, the fire is 5% contained. In addition to that, they've been making water drops, both CAL FIRE and the San Diego County Sheriff's area assets throughout the evening. Sheriff's deputies continue to patrol the evacuated areas to ensure that nothing is happening in those areas with the residents that are out. The Red Cross has established the evacuation center at Mountain Empire High School. All of the Mountain Empire schools are closed for today. Metropolitan Transit System has been coordinating some transportation of evacuees, and all of the efforts to address this fire will continue as we move forward. It's important to note that when this impacts one area of the county, it really does impact us all. And I'm incredibly grateful for every single fire agency in San Diego County that has contributed resources to this response. I'm also incredibly grateful to the team that you see represented by the chief and the sheriff here today. Our region plans, they drill, they practice, they rehearse to respond to situations like this, to be able to stand up the command post and infrastructure you see, to be able to coordinate the multiple agencies you see, I think really should give a sense to the people of San Diego that our Emergency Operations Center and team take these issues very seriously. They are also very well prepared and are responding. They presently have all of the assets that they need. They will continue to monitor the situation, continue to tackle not only this fire, but be very mindful of the conditions that surround this. I also want to say a special thank you. It's very common for people to thank our first responders, but at Barrett Lake, it's 108 degrees right now, and firefighters are out there fighting this fire. Our first responders are helping evacuate people and move people. Our Sheriff's Department, our CHP, all of our various agencies are coming together to do whatever they need to do to meet the challenge in front of us and provide safety for as many lives as possible and as many structures as they possibly can. I also want to note that the conditions that we face right now are not likely to go away in the immediate future, and so there remains a very high risk of additional fires. Because of that, our fire assets and Emergency Operations Center have provided surge capacity and additional infrastructure in the event we encounter another fire that starts, so that they have the ability to meet that. There were 2 small fires, one in Lakeside, one along Del Dios, that have been contained and put out. The Southwest Power Link right now is not operating. That is shut down. SDG&E is working to bring that back online. The Sunrise Power Link remains fully functional and will continue to deliver power to our region. And we're grateful for SDG&E and their employees for working as quickly as they can to get the Southwest Power Link back up. They are optimistic that by tomorrow morning, they should have that back up. We want to make 2 key points for the public. One is, if there's an evacuation order, we need you to evacuate. An evacuation order is a legal order that you must clear the area. I understand the nature to want to stay near your place, but we have evacuation protocols and procedures for a reason. It not only protects life, but it makes our first responders' job easier. Please do not put our law enforcement and firefighters in the situation of not being able to appropriately respond to a fire because they are having to do emergency evacuations in an area where they have asked you and ordered you to leave. If any member of the public out there wants to be a firefighter, we are hiring, and we encourage you to apply. But unless you are a trained first responder, if there's an evacuation order, please follow those evacuation orders and do not impede the efforts of our first responders to be able to safely deal with the situation. The second is, if you are not impacted by this fire and you're not in the immediate vicinity or area, you've got to know fire conditions are very high right now. And we're asking every San Diegan to have an evacuation plan. If you go to readysandiego.org, you can get all of the information that you need to be able to prepare yourself, your animals, and your family in the event that you get this order. And this is a moment for all of San Diego to take pause and recognize the tremendously high risk we face surrounding wildfires and the need to make sure that we are prepared. In closing, again, I want to thank the 300 firefighters that are out there doing their job. I want to thank the law enforcement partners, and I want to particularly thank our regional planning capability and organization who are able to stand this up quickly, are able to move efficiently, and do everything that they can to put this fire out. We will also continue to provide regular updates to the public. You can go to emergencymap.sandiego.gov along with the websites and information provided here to get regular updates, plus what is being shared via social media. So again, our deep gratitude and appreciation to all of the first responders who are doing this. Our tremendous sympathy to those that have been impacted. The reality is fires are an incredibly traumatic thing. It is a very difficult thing to go to. The notion that you have to leave your home with your belongings and everything that you know and flee to an evacuation center is incredibly stressful and difficult. And so for all the families that are impacted, the American Red Cross is there to support you, county government is there to support you, and your broader community is there to support you during this time of difficulty. We know it is stressful, we know it is unsettling, we know it can be very difficult, but rest assured your entire community is working to put out the fire, make sure that we protect life and structure, and do everything we possibly can to get you back in your homes as quickly as possible. And so our effort, not just our thoughts and prayers, but our intentional effort goes out to all of those who've been impacted.